So thank you everyone for coming to this session. We're going to be talking about a couple different things that we're strategically working on with Chef. Some of the future states of where Chef and Splunk are going to go with, and as well as some current integrations and a little bit of kudos to the community for contributing to the projects around it. Our legal department makes me put this up because there's some forward-looking statements in this presentation, so stuff that may or may not become a product, may or may not become a part of an open source project, so just fair warning. How many of you guys here today are Splunk customers? Wow, awesome. So I won't even have to spend too much time on this. As you guys know, Splunk is a machine data platform. We ingest all types of data. Specifically in automation, we're really focusing on helping you guys get better security insights, operational insights, and also get better business insights when you're actually deploying your application and actually validating things are actually being deployed correctly. As you know, we try to meet every expectation of the customers, so we're in all different types of verticals. This year, we just went into business analytics and IoT. As you know, data is a very hard thing to look at, and we try to make it easier for customers to actually analyze what they're ingesting and to get value out of it. And as you guys have heard, you know, if you've had a sales rep tell you this, we make machine data accessible, usable, and valuable for everyone. The ideal is we want to make sure that as a community project, we provide value to you guys as well as integrating with solutions that Chef is offering around the commercial space as well as the open source space. Like I was saying, Splunk ingests all types of data points. As part of the strategy of working with Chef, we're really focused on hitting every type of vertical so that as you're justifying your automation strategies with your business, you can actually show them that your data is valuable to the whole organization. And because of that, we're trying to eliminate the complexity of IT. The reason why you're here today, you want to learn about automation, but we want to show you the data-driven approach so you can actually be smarter when you're deploying stuff. And of course, when you don't have data, you have lack of visibility. So when you're troubleshooting issues, when you're hand configuring something, you don't have any reference or a point of reference to blame anyone or even to tell anyone that there's something wrong. So this is why data is really important. And we want to have a consistent data stream of specific insights into what we're doing. So from an automation perspective, it's all about getting data insights to how we're automating, how we're deploying our applications, and then figuring out the monitoring perspective of it. So let's talk a little bit about Splunk and Chef this year. As you guys know, we've had a couple different integrations that haven't really been maintained, but that's partly because we want to basically find a better solution when we talk with the overall community so that we can help the open source community as well as the commercial user. And what that's going to really entail is around the 3 product sets that we're going to be integrating with this year, hopefully by our conference. And what it's basically going to include is Chef Automate, Inspect, and Habitat. And the reason why we picked these 3 different applications or these platforms is because we want to basically focus on the things that are important to you guys as a whole. We want to make sure that when you're looking at deploying with Chef Automate or even open source Chef, that you know how things are being deployed, how long they've been taking, and if there's any abnormal behavior associated with it. Inspect, we're trying to take Chef into a new realm of security. How many guys are doing DevSecOps opportunities right now within your own, so a couple. We want to help you guys see the value in actually bringing in the automation data to build KSIs so you can see what your posture looks like and if you have vulnerabilities in your network. And then, of course, with Habitat, we put a lot of development time and effort into OpenShift, Kubernetes, Docker. We want to extend that by automating it within the framework that you guys are working with currently today. And as you guys probably saw with the Twitter responses from our marketing department, kind of have like a cooking theme. But I really just want to highlight some of the things that we're really focused on when we look at these integrations. So we're going to be focusing on the products, how you are developing software, how you're deploying software. You're looking at how you're actually testing your cookbook. So we want to see how it looks over a period of time and capturing metrics based on that. We want to look at the operational value. So how is your Chef environment operating, and is it affecting how you're releasing? And then ultimately, how do we actually put security in the mix so that you get that full end-to-end view? And because of that, we want to help you deploy applications better by linking all these together. So to get a little bit more into security, one of the things this year we're focusing on how do we actually help customers see the value in Splunking their software delivery life cycle with a focus on automation and also what we call remediation. So a lot of integrations you're going to see this year really kind of highlighting the ideal that once we get the data into Splunk, we're going to make it valuable so that if something happens in your environment, we can hook into Chef Automate and maybe even remediate some issues that you may be having with a specific service and using those cookbooks to automate that orchestration. And the way we're going to do this is actually a two-step process. I don't know if you guys are familiar, we actually have a new product line called Centrals. These are really focused on use case driven, basically products and solutions that we built in the Splunk. These are free add-ons and free integrations. And we're going to basically focus a lot of the chef recipes that we're building and provide use case examples on how to implement them. So some really cool stuff coming up. As you guys know, we have a chef community cookbook. How many of you guys contribute to it today? Okay, perfect. So I just want to give kudos to the people that I've highlighted on here. Roy is actually the one who works with me, but he actually is one of the original developers with the cookbook. He did an awesome job, and as well as the others have done it, so I'm just giving kudos to the community, and hopefully that you guys will join the community and actually add more to it as well. But I also want to come here to talk about how do you guys get started working with the cookbook. So how many guys actually know about the cookbook that we have on the Chef marketplace, or do you currently use it today? Okay, only a few. So, you know, I know a lot of you guys are automation engineers, so I'm not going to go too deep into this, but go to the GitHub page, clone the repo, create a branch, make your feature requests, apply your changes, put your enhancements, commit on your changes. Please make sure you put some notes in it. It's really hard to validate what was changed just by looking at specific things. Push your changes, test it using the Travis CI that's already baked into the repo, and then submit your pull requests. And ultimately, we want the community to provide feedback to us. If we can make it easier for you guys, let us know, create an issue on it. We're going to be actively working with the community to develop this into supporting the newer versions of Splunk, as well as building in some security use cases as well, so you can automate how Splunk can be deployed in your environment. And as you guys know, if you're already developing cookbooks, Chef has a development kit. I was going to show you guys a demo of how we're doing deployments with Kitchen. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi in here, I ran it a couple times. At one point, it took over 45 minutes, and we don't have that much time. But I wanted to give you guys a little bit of insight. When we talk about doing development with the Chef cookbook, how these specific things can relate and help you actually build a better Splunk environment, and as well as using Kitchen to help test and deploy based on that. So how many guys are using Kitchen right now? Okay, perfect. So you're probably familiar with how you can use it for deployments, use it in an Eger environment. Really important when you think about the power of being able to take configurations that are default and putting other enhancements and changes and being able to push it down into the environment so others can benefit from it. So just wanted to highlight that. And then when we talk about validating things, validating tests, and then doing a pull request, all these specific things help the community understand, if you put commit within the repo, you're able to show everyone that you've actually taken the methodical time and actually working with it. And then with the Trav CI test, you can see if it's passed or failed based on the test kitchen sets. And then, of course, make a pull request. We'll get it merged in. And then provide a way so that you can actually take a look at how things are going to work for other members and getting feedback based on that. As you guys know, there's a ton of use cases with the cookbooks. You can actually deploy a standalone search head. You can do index clustering, multi-site clustering. We also are going to be doing additional pull requests around syslog, inputs, heavy forwarders, universal forwarders, and actually the deployment server as well. So some really cool things that we're going to be baking into our Centrals framework so you guys can see visually the step-by-step process how to deploy it, as well as getting the value of actually being able to commit to it as well. And with that being said, thank you guys for coming out. I just wanted to say, overall, we want to make sure this is a great experience, and thank you for coming to the session.